Hello bestie, welcome to another video. I need to be super quick because the street that I'm leaving, it's super loud at night, and especially now that it's Friday night, people are just there having fun. So I hope they're not gonna bother us in this very important topic that I'm gonna share right now. So as you can see from the title, yes, I do believe in angels. Does it sound crazy? Probably. But if you also do, or if you clicked on this video, you probably are wondering why I do believe in angels. But before we get into this, I would love to say that I'm not a magician, I'm not enlightened, and I'm not lighting 7 candles or summoning things here. Not those kind of things. It's just the kind of belief that gives me peace, and that's it. But let me just explain you more. Anybody who has moved abroad at a very young age, like me, and has been away from family for a while, they can relate to this. But let me give you an example why I want to stick to this belief. At a very young age, I moved out of my country, my hometown, and from the beginning of the journey, I knew that I will be by myself. It's only me that I should be rely on, because I knew that it's not the same comfort that I have in my hometown, not the same room. And you know, I've been through a lot of ups and downs like everybody else. I'm not saying it's just only me, but I think I'm proud of myself. But I've also been very exhausted sometimes, because you cannot be strong all the time. You cannot be like, yeah, I am strong, I did that, I handled that. No, you find yourself exhausted at some point, at some level, and that's totally fine. So in those situations, I really wanted to believe that there are angels, that they're watching me, they're watching out for me, they're protecting me, they're guiding me. And it's just simply for just peace. I mean, I know it doesn't sound really logical, and I honestly don't care that much. It's just like gives me hope and peace, and I feel protected, and that's it. And I think everybody's allowed to believe in whatever they want, right? So I do, and I don't regret. I remember I got COVID in 2021, and that was one of the hardest nights. I remember that I thought I was gonna die. I really believed it with all my heart. And that was so scary, that was so shocking for me, but I didn't want to panic anybody else. I didn't want to just bother anybody else with my problem. But at the same time, I really needed help. So I asked anyone, call it God, universe, I called it angel. I called my angels and I said, please, please help me go through this, because I'm really suffering and I don't want to die. I don't want to die. That's so emotional. Yeah, I'm like smiling and I'm laughing about it, but it's actually very emotional. The day after, I got improved. Like maybe that belief in my head, maybe that hope just gave me strength, and I was feeling so much better in the morning. I was like, thank God I didn't die, I survived this. So since that night, my belief towards angels has been like solid. However, if you want to see it from the like psychological perspective, in the world of psychology, there is a phenomenon called meaning making. So we tend to find patterns, meaning in chaos, in order for us to go through the grief or the hard time, and in order for us to survive. So something like this exists in psychology too. And the other day I was walking on TikTok and I was shocked. The lady was saying a random patient from a hospital, I don't know the detail, has been told that he had cancer, but it was a mistake in the reports. Apparently doctors or whoever that they were working in the hospital gave the wrong report to a wrong patient. But actually the guy didn't have any cancer. But from the day that he got informed that he had a cancer, like he started to believe that he had cancer. And guess what? After 3 months, he has passed away. And the other person that didn't have cancer, they survived. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. So you see, like, it's just the power of believing. And maybe that's another reason that I want to believe that I am protected. By the way, I also use this whenever I'm feeling frightened, whenever I'm walking in a dark street and I'm so scared and I feel like that somebody's following me, or I'm feeling unsafe whenever I'm home alone, I just verbalize. I say, I am protected by angels. Also, if you would love to know more about the psychology or maybe quantum physics aspects of this, probably you need to read an article. I don't remember the article, but probably if I find it, I will attach to this video for sure. But actually, this author, he's a quantum physics researcher, and his name is Vadim Zeland. He's from Russia, if I'm not wrong. I remember that oh my god, I can't recall. I'll probably look into it properly after this video. However, he had a blog, as far as I remember, and there was one article about angels, and he put all these things in such a simple word, and if you're curious, you can take a look. And not only that, I think he has also a lot of valuable and interesting articles about the law of attraction, quantum physics, and psychology, the power of brain, belief, these kind of things. So you can check it out. And to conclude this video, I would love to say it's just not about does it really exist. This is not the question you should be asking. It's about, does it help you to become more of you want to be? Does it help you feel comfortable? And does it make your life more meaningful? If the answer is yes, nothing wrong with that. Alright then, see you later.